Hi soulmates, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful maxi off shoulder dress with petals on the sleeve. It is very easy to make and it's beginner friendly. If it is something you would like to learn, let's get right into the video. So I'll be using this beautiful Ankara fabric for this tutorial. What I have here is 3.5 yards of Ankara fabric. I'll be folding my fabric into 2. After then I'll fold it into 4 because we are going to be cutting both the back and the front together. So with this paper in my hands, I'll be showing you guys how I folded my fabric for easy understanding. You fold into 2, you fold into 2 again. As you can see, what we have there is 4. So next I'm going to rule out our starting line. This is where all our measurements will be started from. I'll just rule out a straight line. So on our starting point, I'll be taking our shoulder measurement. The shoulder measurement I'm working with is 16 inches. We are not going to be dividing our shoulder measurement into 2. If your shoulder measurement is 16, you're going to use 16. If your shoulder measurement is 15, you're going to use 15. After ruling out our shoulder measurement, the next thing we are going to do is to take our full horizontal measurement. To do this, we'll be minusing, this is an off shoulder dress, so we'll be minusing 6 inches before taking our full length measurement. As you can see me do in the video, I removed 6 inches, then I took my hip measurement. After then I took my full dress measurement and my stitching allowance. So that's just what you're going to do. You minus 6 inches and you take your full length measurement and your sewing allowance. So after taking the full length of our dress, the next thing we are going to do is to insert our armhole. So we come to our shoulder measurement. Where we took our shoulder measurement, we are going to put our armhole measurement. The armhole I'm working with is 9 inches, and remember we minus 6 inches for our off shoulder. So I'm going to take off the 6 inches. As you can see me doing the video, I will take off the 6 inches and I'm going to mark my 9 inches downward. As you can see me do, don't forget to minus the 6 inches. Then you mark the remaining of your armhole measurements. So after putting down our armhole measurement, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use our armhole curve and I'm going to connect it like so. So after connecting the armhole, I'm going to get my straight ruler and I'm going to rule it all the way down. From that my armhole, I will just take it all the way down. So after connecting it, I'll come to our neckline and I'll go down by 1 inch and connect it back to our armhole. I'll come down by 1 inch on the front neckline and I'm going to connect it, both the front and the back, and I'm going to connect it to the armhole, as you can see me do. So after connecting the neckline, I'll get my scissors and I'm going to cut out the armhole, then I'll cut out the neckline too. So after cutting out, this is what we have. For this dress, I'll be adding pockets, side pockets to my dress. And to do this, I'll be coming down from my shoulder to 18 inches. My half length is 17, so I'll be coming down by 1 inch after my half length for my pockets, where I'll be inserting my pocket. Remember, when inserting this measurement, you have to remove that 6 inches for our off shoulder measurement. So I just mark where I'll be inserting my pocket and I'm going to notch that point. So after notching our pockets, where we'll be placing our pocket, I'll be cutting out our neckline. So after cutting out our neckline, the next thing we are going to do is to separate the front from the back. Yeah, that's what we are going to do. You remove the front from the back. So after separating the front from the back, for my back piece, I want the neckline to come down a bit than the front. So all I need to do, I will just take like 2 inches or 1.5. I do 2 inches and I'm going to connect it back to the armhole because I want it down to come down a bit. If you don't want yours to be like that, you can leave it with that 1 inch that we took at first, because when you add another 2 inches, it's going to give you 3 inches. Remember, we remove 1 inch from the back before. So after cutting out the neckline, we'll take it to our sewing machine and we are going to gather the neckline. When gathering the neckline, the measurement you are going to use is your chest measurement, as in you take your measurement from one armhole to the other. That's what you are going to use to gather both the front and the back. Mine is 12 inches, so I'll be gathering it to 12, both the front and the back. When I'm done, I'll show it to you guys. So when I was done gathering, this is what we have. I gathered both the front and the back. Remember to use your armhole from one armhole to the other. Mine is 12, so I gathered it to 12, both the front and the back. So after gathering, I cut out this strap of about 1.5 inches in width. You can see it's 1.5 inches. I'll be using it to turn our armhole. I'll sew it from the front and I'm going to top stitch it inside. As you can see me do, just sew it and you turn it inside to give it a neat finishing. You do it the same thing to the other side. You top stitch. After sewing, you take it in, fold it in and top stitch on it. So I went ahead to cut another longer fabric of about 2 inches in width. This fabric, I'll be using it to pipe the neckline. Both the front and the back. I cut out 2 straps that I'll be using to pipe both the front and the back. All I need to do is to place it like this on the neckline, sew on it, after which I'm going to turn it, flip it over, and I'm going to top stitch on it to have a very neat finishing. So you guys can see I've gone ahead to close both the armhole and the neckline for the front. You can see how neat it's looking. You can see it. I top stitch. I will do the same thing for the back. This is what I'm going to do. See it again. I'm going to sew it down with this strap. I'll sew it down, after which I'm going to flip it forward and top stitch on it for the back. So for my pocket, I'll be using this fabric. It is 2 unfold. What I have unfold is 7 inches in width and the length is 12 inches. So I'll just place my hand on it. It's the remaining fabric I have. I'll just place my hand on it and I'm going to trace out my pockets like so. Pocket, 4 piece. So I've gone ahead to pipe both the front and the back. This is what it looks like. This is for the back. This is what it looks like. Why the front? This is the front. Gone ahead to pipe the front and this is what it looked like. For the front, I had to pipe it in the armhole. Pipe the 2 armhole for the front, and I also fix my pocket. Then for the back, as you guys can see, I did not pipe the armhole for the back. The armhole, I left it the way it is. I didn't pipe it. I only piped this place. Sew it to the front and I move it to the back. You can see it. So the next thing we are going to do is to fix our strap, our off-shoulder strap. Remember, when drafting this, when cutting out this dress, our off-shoulder measurement, the off-shoulder we took out was 6 inches. So for the front and the back is going to give us 12. And remember, we've not piped our armhole for the back. So if you want to cut out your strap, the measurement of your strap, you are going to add the measurement of your armhole. For me, when I measure my armhole, I have 7 inches. As you can see, I have 7 inches. So I'm going to add that 7 inches to the 12 inches for our strap. So I'm going to add it together and I'm going to cut it into a long fabric. That's what I'm going to be using as our strap. To sew it, I'll take it to my sewing machine. I cut out like unfold 1.5. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to fold the edges inside, iron it properly, and I'm going to insert it into that armhole measurement. As you can see me do, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine, place it on it like this, and I'm going to sew it down, after which I'm going to top stitch on it, then close it up to the edge of the strap like this. So that's what I'm going to do. When I'm done, I'll show it to you guys. So guys, I've gone ahead to fix the back of this dress. As you guys can see, I've gone ahead to fix the back, the armhole. What I did was just to come up, sew this place, leaving the 12 inches. This is the band that we cut out when cutting our off-shoulder dress. Remember, when cutting our off-shoulder dress, we left 12 inches. So this is it. You can see, this is 12 inches that we left when cutting our off-shoulder dress. So what I did was just to pipe it from this place, sew it out, pipe it, and was left with this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take our front and our back, and I'm going to join them together. I'm going to join them together. I'll bring the back piece. Then I'll start from this place, from here. I'm going to sew it down to this pocket area. I'll sew it from here, take 1 inch, sew it, come all the way to this place. Then I'll take it downward. So guys, I've gone ahead to join both the front and the back together, so you guys can see. And I've also fixed our pockets. So the next thing we are going to do now, this is our band. I've joined it together. So this is the front and this is the back. This is what I take this one and put it here too. Before then, we are going to cut out our. So for the petals, we'll be using this. For the petals, I'll be using this paper to cut out before transferring it to my fabric. I've already posted the video of how I cut out these petals. You can, if you don't understand it here, you can just watch the other video. It is well detailed explained. So all I did was just to take my paper, fold it into 2, and I'm going to measure 6 inches in length. I'll be using 6 inches. Then after measuring the 6 inches, I'll look for the midpoint of this 6 inches, which is 3 inches. On that 3 inches, on the midpoint, I'm going to come out by 1.5. After coming out by 1.5, I'm going to connect it like this. I'm just going to create a dotted line. Try to make something like a flower, as you can see me do in the video. After then, I'm going to cut out. Then after cutting out, I'll be using this paper I cut out to cut out on my fabric. So I'll be using this fabric to cut out my petals. I added interfacing on it to give it a little bit of structure. So I'm going to place my paper on it and I'm going to use it to cut out my petals. At this point, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your bell notification. Drop your comment below, like, share. So after cutting out, this is what we have. I'll be using one as the lining and the other one as the fabric. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to sew it all around. So after sewing it, I turn it inside out. I gave it a good press. Notch the side, turn it inside out, and this is what we have. So I'll take it to my sewing machine. I'll do it 5/5 on each sleeve, and I'm just going to stitch it down. Watch the direction of my finger. When I was done, this is what we have. I joined 5 on the left, join 5 on the right, and I stitch it down. Then I'll be getting this strap of about 1.5 inches that I'll be using to turn the petals. To do this, I'm going to stitch on it. As you can see me do, I'll fold the edge. I'll fold it in first to have a neat finishing. I'll fold it in like so. Then I'll place it on top of the petals and I'm going to stitch on it. I'm going to stitch on it as the way, watch the direction of my hand. After then, I'm going to flip it to the other side, turn down, turn this place in, and I'm still going to flip it to the other side and stop stitch on it, leaving the midpoint open where we are going to pass our rope. If you don't understand it, you can watch the other video I posted to get a well-detailed explanation of how I made this. So when I was done sewing on it, I'm going to flip it to the front and I'm going to top stitch on it, leaving the middle open where we are going to pass our rope. So when I was done, this is what we have. I cut out this long fabric. I cut it too. So I'll be inserting it with our safety pin. I just sew it all the way down and I'm going to insert it into that hole that we left open when stitching. You can check the other video to watch a well-detailed video. This video is getting too long. So after inserting it, this is what we have. So I've gone ahead to attach one of the sleeve. As you can see, one of the petals, I've attached it to one of the sleeve, and this is what it looks like. So I'll be showing you guys the way I fixed the other one. It's so easy. Please pay attention to how you're going to fix the petals to the strap. You know we have 5 petals on this flower. We have 5 petals. So what I'm going to do is to get the strap of our dress. I'll bring it forward like this. Before attaching it, I'll get the petals. The one in the middle, you know we have 5 of it, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take the one in the middle and I'm going to tack it. I'm going to tack it on the sleeve. You can see I'll just come up a little and I'm going to tack it. Just watch the video carefully so that you're going to understand what I'm talking about. I want to take it again. The one in the middle, guys, I'm going to tack it on the sleeve like so. So I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down. I'm going to top stitch on it. That particular place, I'm going to top stitch on it. After then, I'll come up and I'm still going to tack it here so that it will relax properly. I'll tack it there. When I'm done, I'll show it to you guys what it looks like. So I've gone ahead to top stitch on it. I've attached the petals to the sleeve. The first place I've attached it, you can see I top stitch on it. So the next thing I'm going to do is to be attaching it to our armhole. You can see where I'm showing to you guys. That's where I'll be attaching it to. To do that, first of all, I'm going to tie the rope. I'll tie the rope. After tying the rope, I'll just look for a space on this side. You can see, bring it forward to the front armhole. I'll just bring it there and I'm going to top stitch on it. You can see, I'll top stitch on it. When I'm done, I'll show it to you guys what it looks like. And I'm going to tack it. That middle one I talked about, I'm going to tack it too so that it can relax properly. When I'm done attaching the petals on our strap, I'll be folding in the hem of our dress and I will come to show it to you guys. So guys, I've gone ahead to attach our sleeve and this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful it is looking. I went on to top stitch on this place, top stitch. I did the same thing below and on the front side, so you can see how beautiful it is looking. And I went ahead to hem the down part of our dress. I did the same thing to the second sleeve. So we've come to the end of today's tutorial and this is the outcome of our dress. After hemming the lower part, this is what our dress is looking like. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click on the subscribe button, like, share, comment. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching.